Good morning, Mr.
Good morning.
It is a pleasure to be with you and an honor to meet you.
Honor to meet you too, my friend.
Well, we're here because we've met you and we see what you've been doing, and we wanted to know a little, introduce you and have people know who you are.
Yeah.
First of all, we would like to know who you are and what you do.
I'm Dr. Everett Gaddy, and I'm a Bible publisher. I've been in the Bible business over 70 years of my lifetime. I started at the age of 16 in high school. Back in those days, the better Bibles were sold by agents that knocked on doors. And I started as a 16-year-old, and I've never had another job. That's all I've ever done to this date, and I'm 90 years old now.
Wow.
But that doesn't stop me whatsoever. And most everyone has a Bible of some type. And most Bibles are, if they're very good Bibles, are reference. And if I ask you what the word reference means, you're going to tell me that the word reference means referral. And that means if you're reading in the old, it may refer you to the new. You may be in the new, it might refer you back to the old. And you're running here, you're running there. So what we have done, I received a Bible from someone, because being in the Bible publishing business, being on TV across the nation, people send me all types of Bibles because they want me to market them. And so I was reading this Bible. It was a reference Bible, and I'd be in the Old Testament. It would refer me over to the New, and I'd have to stop and go find that in the New. Then I'd get over there, and then another reference refer me somewhere. And I was spending more time running the reference than I was studying the Bible. So the thought came to me, what if I could go find the actual scripture that reference Bible normally is referring me to, and find that actual text scripture and put it right under the verse. So that would be instant, would it not? So the word instant means what?
Immediately.
It means now, it doesn't mean later. No other Bible has ever done that before. So what I did, I could not sleep. I was awake nearly all night thinking about, that's what I need to do. But how am I going to do it? So I went to a university. I hired the professor, and I showed it, gave him my idea. And he said to me, he works for many big publishing houses, Bible publishing house. He said, that's the greatest idea I've ever heard. And that thrilled me. I said, but can you help me do it? He said, sure. So we hired the professor, 13 girls, and in 3 months later, we had what we call the instant study Bible.
Dr. Gaddy, how do we use this Bible?
All right. If you'll notice here, we're reading in the book of Genesis in the New Spanish Bible. But the reference or the referral, if you'll notice, we go find the scripture, but that scripture is found in the New Testament, in Hebrew. But you do not have to go and find Hebrew. We put the actual scripture that's over in Hebrew, we put it right under that verse. And we do that through the entire Old and the entire New Testament, all the way through. We're doing the same thing. When you come on the reference, instead of you having to go find all of those references, now see that one there? We're in the book of, you're in the book of Jeremiah, but the scripture is found in the book of Job.
Chapter 38.
But you don't have to go there. It's the scripture is the actual scripture is right there. So that's why we call it the instant study Bible. No one has ever done that before.
Why do I see red letters throughout the Old Testament?
Well, because those are the things that God said. And the Trinity, it brings out the Trinity, and no one has ever done that before.
Agreed.
And then, of course, the New Testament naturally has the words of Jesus in red when you get over into the New Testament. So let's turn in the New Testament, and let's just get over here in the New Testament now. All right, we're over here in the book of Matthew. Okay, but you see that reference there is in the book of Daniel in the Old Testament. But again, no flipping around, no searching. It's there. It's instant. That's how I gave it the name Instant.
Instant Reference Bible.
Right. Now, in the English version, I do this in English in the States, you know. Now, every time I show this to a minister or a teacher, they say, wow, look at the time you save. If you have to go search for something, if you don't have to search for it, you can spend more time concentrating
on what you want to study.
What you want to study. It saves you time. And most people never take the time to run the reference in the first place, especially young people. If you took a survey in a church, how many people actually take the time to run the references? You won't find very many people do. They just read it. So that's how it gets its title, the Instant Reference Bible.
La Biblia con referencias inmediatas viene con la versión Reina Valera 1960, tamaño de letra de 18 puntos, cierre para mantenerlas en buen estado y además incluyen índice para encontrar los textos bíblicos fácilmente. En 4 colores, negro, vino, turquesa y rosada, la Biblia con referencias inmediatas ya está disponible en lucianosbooks.com y en tu librería de confianza.